Why anime, right? Why a cartoon? Why do you watch anime so much? Why do you always talk about anime? Anime, right? This is a question I've been getting for years, honestly. And I figured I'd kind of address and talk about that a little bit in a video, right? Obviously, your boy got a nice fresh cut. Got a little tired of the long hair, right? It's time to evolve a little bit. But why anime? Anime for me, a lot of people might see it as a cartoon, whatever. Anime has shaped a lot of everything that I do. I mean, my logo for this channel is based off of anime. The name is based off of anime. I have been watching anime since, dude, I don't know, since I was like 10, 9, 8, something like that. I don't really remember right when I started watching it. Like, obviously, I remember watching Dragon Ball Z, right? But when we talk about like other than Dragon Ball Z, I think I started watching my first anime when I was like maybe 11, 12, somewhere around there. So been watching it for a long time. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, anime has impacted everything I do in life. But I will say it has made a lasting impression, especially certain anime, right? Certain characters. Just to name off a couple, and you might see them in the thumbnail. But like, you take characters from Dragon Ball Z, like Gohan, someone like Gohan, for example. Like, if you've never watched Dragon Ball Z or anime, this might just go right over the top of your head. Okay. But there are times when he is the strongest. He has the most potential out of everyone, but he has such self doubt in himself that he just is holding himself back for no reason other than the fact that he has all this self doubt. And there are moments in the show where he just says, fuck it. Fuck the self doubt, says what it is. I'm just going to take the limiters off and I'm just going to do what I got to do, And so it's things like that. Or like, I don't know if you've ever watched Tokyo Ghoul, Kaneki, the main character, right? Man gets tortured, absolutely tortured, to a point where, he kind of like breaks mentally and it's just like, fuck it, I gotta do what I gotta do to survive. you know Half of the series is in this weird spot where um he kind of needs to find his identity. He doesn't know where he fits in anymore, and I can take a little bit from that because whenever I was in college, I played football growing up, played football in high school, played football in college, right? Got done with college and I was just kind of like, what do I do now? What's my identity? What's my purpose? I'm not playing any more college football. I'm not playing football in the NFL. Like, what do I do now? I'm just this big guy. I don't know what I'm supposed to do anymore. And so I had to go soul searching to find my identity in a sense of what I wanted to do. And that's when I started getting into the gym really big. I was already in the gym, but like training for a sport like football and like just being in the gym as like a gym bro, two completely different things, two different types of exercises and ways of working out, right? So I can take inspiration from a show like that and I can apply it to myself in ways where it actually like, it's like, yeah, I can feel for that. We talk about another anime. It's called Blue Lock. Okay, I'm about to start dropping fucking knowledge on you guys. So if you've never watched anime before, who knows? Maybe after this video you might. But there's a show called Blue Lock. Well, there's a bunch of main characters, but the main character's name is Isagi. Average soccer player. The best on his team, but not the best overall. They go to this this place where it's like all the best soccer players and they try to see who's the best. And the whole idea of the show is about producing the best striker in soccer. And so they have to have you have to have an ego about yourself to be able to play that position at the highest level, right? You got to have that chip on your shoulder. I'm the fucking best. I'm the man, right? Pass me the fucking ball. Don't pass it to nobody else. Pass it to me. I'm the man. I'm going to score that shit. And I feel like that is something that when I watched it was a great time for me to watch it because I feel like I'd kind of lost that edge, that ego, right? And people say like the male ego is a bad thing. This isn't something where I'm like comparing myself to other people, but I do have that edge about me where I'm like, you know what? Maybe I gotta think I'm the shit to become the shit, right? Like, damn, why can't I do that? They did it. I should be able to do it. Like that type of ego where you're pushing yourself to achieve higher levels and pushing yourself to be a better version of yourself. And so, I can draw inspiration like that. Even though I never played soccer, you can still take that and apply it to the gym. You can still take that and apply it to being a better father. You can still take these things and apply it to your life, even though it's about cartoons, right? Now, it's a very controversial one, but we can even bring in something like Attack on Titan with Eren Yeager, right? This man had to make the ultimate decision to sacrifice 80% of the world population to save the 20. It's a story of potential revenge. These people have been, killing his people for years upon years upon years. And it's just like everything that comes up to that, and like the sacrifice that he did to make himself the bad guy for other people, right? Everyone hated Eren. He made himself the bad guy to save his people, but also make it to where his people weren't evil in the eyes of everyone else. And I feel like there's a way about that where in my family throughout the years or with friends, I have definitely been the bad guy, even though I knew what I knew I was doing was right. Later down the road, these people realized what I was doing was right, but I'm willing to be the bad guy in someone else's eyes in order to get the best possible outcome for myself and them. And so sometimes people will see you as the bad guy. They'll say, "Damn, Mason, why the fuck are you going to the gym all the time? Why don't you come hang out with us? Why don't you come fucking drink with us? Why don't you come do this? Why don't you come do that? You can skip the gym once, right?" Now I'm the bad guy because I'm like, "Nah, man, I got these goals I want to do. No, I'm not going to go drink with you guys. No, I'm not going to go out to eat. No, I'm not going to do these things." And so it's the best for me. I'm making my gains. I'm sticking to my routine. I'm doing my things. But now I'm the bad guy. So it's like being able to accept that sometimes you have to be the bad guy to get the best possible outcome, right? Now, I've talked about anime for a little bit. How does this apply to me, Mason, and some of you? Obviously, I've gotten a lot of people to watch anime over the years, and a lot of people, especially in the fitness industry, surprisingly, do watch a good amount of anime. So that's kind of why I wanted to make this video too. But um, I mean, what's going to push you and motivate you more than listening to some dope ass speech on some anime, right? I mean, I know it hypes me up. Attack on Titan. If you haven't watched it, look up Commander Irwin's speech. Make sure you look it up without the video so it doesn't spoil it. But listen to that and tell me that don't make you hype. Because if it doesn't, you're lying. I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all. Especially in the gym, man. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is anime is more than just a cartoon, right? I get some people think, oh, it's just a cartoon. But there are real life lessons that can be taken from anime. And some people might say that sounds goofy. I don't give a fuck, right? There's other content creators you can go watch. Hey, ain't gonna hurt my feelings if you don't want to watch my shit. But I'm telling you, if you've never watched anime, please give it a try. It has changed my life since I was younger. It has molded me. I would not be who I am without anime. You know, would I be the same Mason if I never watched Dragon Ball Z? Would I be the same Mason if I never watched Tokyo Ghoul? Would I be the same Mason if I never watched Fullmetal Alchemist? If I never read manga when I was in 8th grade? Would I be the same Mason? Would I be in the spot I'm in? Would I have, a child right now if I wouldn't watch the anime? I guess we'll never know. Shout out to Kanye. But I'm going to put a clip at the end of this of an edit that I saw on YouTube. It's a person, I forget his name. I'm gonna have to put a discredit in the bottom or like a credited thing at the bottom. But it was like the beauty of anime. And it was just a nice minute and a half long edit of a bunch of different animes. It's got a song in the background. And it just shows you like, the true beauty behind anime. And so I'm gonna leave that at the end of this video. But if you've watched it to this far, do me a favor. Give me a like, right? And then comment at the bottom what is either your favorite anime and then what is the anime that you watched first. Now, I'm gonna say my first anime was Dragon Ball Z, right? But let's not just do an easy one like Dragon Ball Z, right? Let's do a real one. Like give me something like Trigun or like Claymore. Yeah, you guys watching Claymore? Any of you guys? And other than that, right? Before I get too on a tangent about anime, because I could talk about it all day. I appreciate you guys. Like the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Do you want a sword, Thorfinn? A sword is a tool meant to kill.
If you are feeling disheartened, that you are somehow not enough.
It must be an awesome job if it was worth leaving his kid.
We are jujutsu sorcerers. Me, you.
Just a simple human that couldn't save a little girl.
I was his enemy, yet still he cried for me.
My name is Gabimaru the Hollow!
Young man, you too can become a hero.
Don't you dare give up again! My soldier's legs!
Evil, I reject them both.
Just look to the skies and cry out my name.
It's to win with my goal!
But it's not over.